Hello, Mary. Good to see you.
Hi, James. Good to see you too.
Thank you for taking the time to have a chat with me. For those of you who don't know, this is Mary Thorogood, who is the External Affairs Director on Marines for the Crown Estate. Hopefully by now people are starting to know the format, but it's three questions. So we'll go straight into them. The first one is that I think dreaded question every corporate affairs person gets at a party. Wait, what do you do again?
So, what is actually an external affairs director? What does that do at the
Yeah,
Crown Estate?
exactly.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
So, to take a step back a minute and maybe say who the Crown Estate are. So, Crown Estate, from a marine point of view, we own and manage the seabed and most of the coastline around England, Wales, and Northern Ireland. And we have an ambition to create the most attractive and sustainable marine economy in the world. And what do I do in that context? So, my role is to lead a team of public affairs and external affairs experts to ensure what we do in the marine space is understood and advocated for by stakeholders in government, in industry, and right across the sector.
Fascinating stuff, and it's a significantly important thing with climate change and the challenges that we face as a country. What do you think the biggest challenge is within that for your team?
I think the first challenge is really making sure people understand what it is the Crown Estate does, and importantly, the value that we create for the nation. We return all our profits straight back to the Treasury, but also we seek to develop value in a wider context as well. Value for society, value for people, and that can be anything from job creation to working with communities to deliver improvements in their local area, and also enhancing and protecting the natural environment as well.
You've had a varied career, but have worked extensively in the world of kind of energy and big infrastructure. If you look back over your career at this point, is there a singular piece of advice you'd like to give the more junior version of yourself?
Well, I think I'd probably pick three things if I can, if
Yeah,
I've learned,
there you
learned
go
over the
for it.
year. You see, I'll be greedy. I'd firstly take absolutely every opportunity available to me to talk to the people in industry and those in government and regulators as well. So not sit behind a desk all day, but actually get out and about and speak to people face to face. And I think that's how you learn about your industry, but importantly, how you can advise your organisation in the most impactful way. And it has the added personal benefit of also building your network for many, many years to come.
Relationships, isn't it?
Relationships is all about relationships, either to deliver for your own organization or for your own personal and professional development as well. I think the second piece of advice I give is work out who your cheerleaders, but importantly who your challengers are in your organization as well, and find a strategy for working with them both in a productive way. I think your cheerleaders are usually quite obvious, but your challengers can be a little bit more silent than that. So it's really being live to what else is going on in your organization. Not everyone's going to like you or get what you're trying to do, but it's important to find a way for working with everyone in your organization.
I think you'll know from this is often the biggest advocates and people who can have the biggest impact often come from a space of skepticism, right?
Exactly. And you're not going to be able to do that overnight, but it's making sure you take those steps, pat yourself on the back when for the small wins, and then being able to take that sort of long look back or that long-term view to really note how far you've come, and importantly then tell everyone about it.
And there was a third one, I believe.
There's a third one. I think in the world that we live in, we know what a sort of a volatile national and international environment we all work in. I think be prepared to change course personally and professionally. And people in the world change. They change every day. I started off doing something completely different to
Ah,
external affairs. So just be really open to those opportunities. All the skills you're learning now will be useful in some way in the future if you think about it in an agile way.
we get very linear and kind of locked into because it's such an important part of our identity. It's where you spend most of your
Exactly.
life, so it's part of who you are. But don't not allowing that to get you in a
Yeah,
place where you just pigeonhole yourself.
exactly. And we're in a world now. No more jobs for life are well gone. Two jobs for life are well gone. So being agile to those opportunities actually keeps things interesting. Actually, keeping things fresh is a really good way to move through life.
Completely love that. And it's interesting how people take this question. We've had different answers every time. But if you weren't working in the world of external affairs, what would you be doing?
Doing good question. The sun is shining outside my window, so currently I'm focused on sitting in my garden with an ice cream. But I think
That sounds good.
if money and talent were no option, I think back to that point about transferable skills being useful anywhere. I think I've got great skills in engagement, coalition building, and I love working on projects with impact for real people. But I think I take all of those to a hot and sunny island and looking at how I could work with the community there to really deliver something important for them, whilst I have the big house on the beach as well.
That's the best of both worlds. It's yeah.
Exactly. I'd eventually
Yes.
get bored.
Tourism, something along those lines. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Brilliant. Fantastic. Well, that's a great answer. Thank you very much. And again, very grateful for your time. Yeah, thank you, Mary.
That's all. Thanks, James.